Okay, so during Sony's last state of play, they dropped a bomb on us and they announced that they're working on a new fighting game called Marvel Tokon Battle, a new Marvel fighting game being developed by Arc System Works, releasing sometime in 2026. And the internet went crazy, and I myself am also excited, but not just excited. I wholeheartedly believe that this game can change the future of fighting games forever. I genuinely believe that this game is a game changer and could definitely change the way we think about fighting games and how the gaming community works as a whole if it's done right. And this might be cope, I might just be overly excited, but I just wanted to talk about it and just explain my feelings. Y'all chill out, y'all talk about your feelings, grab some Sour Patch, grab your favorite snack, and let's just chill out and talk about how we feel about Marvel Tokon Battle. Let's just get into it.
Let's go!
So first off, why do I think that this game is going to change how fighting games work or how we think about fighting games and all that stuff? Well, first let's look at the optics. First let's look at the developer, Arc System Works. If you're new to the fighting game genre and you're new to the fighting game space, or you just don't know who Arc System Works is a game developer out of Japan who primarily focuses on fighting games, and they're regarded as one of the most innovative and one of the most reliable fighting game developers out there. For one, their lobby systems, I believe that they kind of pioneered the whole room or lobby thing in fighting games. If they didn't pioneer it, definitely polished it and made it their own thing. My favorite lobby system of all fighting games is probably Blast Blue's Instant Fictions lobby, where you could have a room and you can decorate your room, put little stuffies everywhere and posters on the walls. And you can invite multiple friends over and you guys can fight it out and everything like that. Really cool lobby system. It's a lobby system you see in Tekken and Street Fighter and all of that. Speaking of lobby systems, their netcode is also generally reliable. Blast Blue's netcode is pretty well, Guilty Gear's is pretty well. Usually they have really good network connectivity and all that stuff. Overall, their games are really fun and usually have a lot of depth as in single player content. Usually have a lot of single player content in their games and multiplayer content, so you generally do not get bored with their games. Usually fun is about to be had when you see the Arc System Works logo on the screen. And the art style is really beautiful across all their games. It's very stylistic and they don't let their gameplay hinder their art style at all. They make sure that their vision is always conveyed, and I love that about their games. So not only does Arc System have that repertoire of being that game developing company, the GOAT, but they also prove themselves by handling a big IP like Dragon Ball FighterZ. Dragon Ball FighterZ is a huge success. It introduced a lot of people to fighting games. It has a great art style and great gameplay and combat. Dragon Ball FighterZ definitely was time. It definitely was one of the times you had to be there. Do you guys remember the reveals of the characters or how hype Eva was with Dragon Ball FighterZ?
To beat Sonic Fox. Sonic Fox, however, needs to win one. So here we go. Oh, that was so loud. Talk to me. That was music to my earlobes. The people. Okay, here we go. Bandana for the family. Bardock, the lineage, the grandpappy. Here we go. Opening gambit time.
Now imagine that with Marvel Tokon. It's gonna be crazy. So we know that Dragon Ball FighterZ eventually fell off, and a lot of people have some choice words for how that game's life was handled. But I can confidently say that Marvel Tokon will be a better game than Dragon Ball FighterZ, or better handled, because FighterZ was published by Bandai. Tokon is not being published by El Bandai. Tokon is being published by Sony. It's not being published by the game company Bandai that gave us Sparking Zero, gross. Storm Connections, gross. Bleach for Both of the Souls, gross. L after L after L, we have W Sony, and Sony knows how to make a good game for the most part. Yes, they had some failures with Concord, but for the most part, Sony knows how to release bangers, and they have that bag. And usually game publishers, decide how much budget is going into a game, and they can also decide, what goes into a game and what comes out of a game, like what features and all that stuff and modes. And since Sony has a track record of knowing what makes a good game, and they're also dropping a bag on Arc System, I can confidently believe that this game is going to be successful. And not just Sony's dropping a bag on Arc System, but Marvel is as well. Marvel is also funding them. So they're getting funded And we know during the interview that most fighting games don't even get to see this type of budget. Most fighting games don't get to see a 300 million budget like how Spider-Man 2 got, or a Call of Duty budget. Most fighting games are probably developed under like 20 million. Let's be completely honest, maybe under 100 million if I'm being generous. Most fighting games do not see this budget at all. So I'm fully excited that they're getting to go crazy. They're getting the resources they need to make a beautiful game, and I'm definitely excited for that. But they're not just getting funded. This could be a PR move, but during the interview, they said that Arc System was having full creative control of how the game was handled. And it could be a PR move to be like, hey, we didn't have anything to do with the game, it was how Arc System works. But if this is true, and I can kind of think it's true because of the art style and the 4v4 mechanic that they're adding into the game, I truly believe that Arc System is being able to develop a game that they want to develop, and I'm definitely excited for it. And when we know that when you give developers creative reign over a game, they usually make bangers. I mean, look at Atlas Metaphor. Look at Elden Ring. Look at game companies that developed games that they just wanted to develop and were also funded well, and they make good games. Like, that's just a recipe for great games. Now, what does this mean for the future? Why should you care? I have Marvel vs. Capcom. I've already seen that. Like, why should I care about Marvel Tokon Battle? Well, for one, this will bring more casuals into the fighting game genre. Marvel is already a big IP, and not just that, but the fighting game genre has been on an upward trajectory for a while. I mean, there's been an upward trajectory since Tekken 7, and then Dragon Ball FighterZ, and then Tekken 8 now, and then Street Fighter. It's been getting more and more fans over the years, and I think Marvel is definitely going to grab a lot of people's attention, and it's going to be an influx of new fighting game players to the space. And that's a good thing. That means more people playing the game. That means you will be able to match quicker and find more people to play with and all that stuff. And not just that, but more casuals playing a game means more of a casual type of play style, which is good for everybody. Yes, we play fighting games for a competitive play style. Yes, that's why I love fighting games. But not a lot of people can get into fighting games like that. A lot of time people play a fighting game consistently, and then they will drop off for like a month or two, and then get back on, and then get juggled out of their mind, and they just show up the PS5 because like, I don't want to play this game anymore. I don't know the combos, blah blah. And that's not fun. Let's be honest with ourselves. That's not allowing people to play and enjoy your game. We want to have more of a casual type of play style. So not only can we make it more competitive when we want it to, but make it more casual, so then we can just go over a friend's house and they can be like Smash. Smash is, at its groundwork, is casual. But when you can really get into Smash, when you know Smash, that's a competitive bitch, bruh. That is competitive. So that would be kind of cool if they kind of have the same type of idea like that, and it seems like they kind of do with the way they were talking about it. And so now more people playing the game, and there's more of eyes onto the fighting game genre. More eyes into fighting game genre means more fighting games in general. More IPs are gonna be picked up by fighting games, more original IPs from fighting games. So Marvel was definitely like, the people were like pushing on the glass, with Tekken and Dragon Ball, they were pushing on the glass. But now Marvel was definitely gonna break the glass and allow more eyes onto fighting games and all that stuff. And I'm definitely excited because we need some more original fighting game IPs. We need more fighting game. We need another Injustice. We need blah blah. So we need more competition, and not just competition, but innovation. Arc System Works is showing how innovative they can be, not just with the art style, but the gameplay as well. How you can do 4v4, and you can do 1-person 3 support, or switch out your supports and all that stuff. That's innovative. This helps with competition, and this helps with just giving good games to the people, and I'm definitely excited for that. I feel like it's going to do what like Elden Ring did, for example. Elden Ring brought out a bunch of Souls-like games because of how Elden Ring kind of changed the space. We got Wukong, we got Lies of P, we got all that stuff. I feel like this game is definitely going to bring a whole renaissance to the fighting game genre. I feel like we're almost there, but this game is definitely going to push us forward. And I'm definitely excited for that, and I cannot wait. If you have not played any Arc System games before, please play BlazBlue Central Fiction. Please play Dragon Ball FighterZ. That's a really good game as well, even though there kind of has some iffy stuff going on. That was Bandai's fault though. I'm blaming that solely on Bandai. It's all Bandai. But I feel like this game's gonna be great. If you don't believe so, let me know in the comments. I would love to know. If you do think so, let me know as well. I want to talk to y'all. Are y'all excited for Marvel Tokon? Who do you want to see in Marvel Tokon? Yeah, just let me know. I want a conversation with you all. I just wanted to get in here and just rant about how I felt about the game, I'm definitely excited for it. I just can't wait to get my hands in the game. I've been watching the game trailer over and over again, like, damn, this is beautiful. This is all I wanted. And I'm excited. Press that subscribe button. Please comment, please like, and hope you all have a good day. See y'all later. Peace.